Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Well, here we are. Do you know what day it is? It's December. You know how I know it's December without looking at the calendar? I looked out the window and it was snowing sideways and I said, "Oh, winter." Hi, how you doing? So I'm a little bit early. It says by my clock 9:53 Eastern Snow Time. Ah, I'm in Eastern Snow Time. And I'm early because I finished doing everything I could do before the show, and I said, well, all right, here I am. So why don't we just get started? So here's the thing. I have been driving back and forth in downtown rush hour traffic, and I got to tell you, there's a thing that people do in rush hour traffic, and I'm going to explain, I think, why, and why we kind of end up doing it too. So my bright idea this morning in talking to you and talking to me and discussing what's going on, this whole different kind of conversation that I want to do in year two. Happy year two. Happy year two of the videos. All right. What I want to talk about is why we are doing this together, to each other. All right. That's my bright idea. All right. Here we go. So this morning, as I said a couple of seconds ago, I looked out the window and, snowing sideways. Well, that'll mean it's windy. So that'll mean I probably can't see much of anything, really. Maybe I'll just go and sit down over here and look the other way because it's rather pleasant looking inside, isn't it? Yeah, except that looking inside doesn't really give us any insight at all. So here's the thing that happened to me yesterday. I allowed myself to get tired. It was a very long day. I had to be part of a trip to go to a hospital for an early morning event thing. And that meant getting up at the crack of, oh my God in heaven. And then, putting your clothes on in the dark and bumping into things and remember, drink your coffee and all that kind of stuff. And then get in the car. And the beauty of having achieved that incredible end from what time is it to I'm actually in the car facing in the front seat, holding the wheel, is that there's almost nobody on the road. Yay. Just a bunch of trucks who actually know what they're doing because they do it for a living. And I was driving along, and then I got off the major highway and into still not rush hour because still remarkably early. But I got into civilian traffic. I got into amateurs not paying attention traffic. I got into just had a fight with the kids, the husband, the wife, the spouse, the dog, slipped on the driveway, sat on my lunch. That person who then brought that into the car with them. So I want to talk about the two pitfalls we have. And I really invite you to say anything in terms of tell me more about this, because we fall into these situations completely unaware that we're there. In fact, a lot of the time, we're unaware that we carry that with us all through the day. All we know at the end of that day is what a terrible time we had. And we're so caught up in it, we don't realize we generated it. And then we attracted more of it. And then it bounced off each other and us and everyone and became an exponential mess. So I want to dig into this and I want to talk about how that happens, because it's embarrassingly silly how simple it is to see it and stop it. And we don't, because we're not paying attention. We don't know where the toolkit is. But I, part of the Viking history, discovered it. So here we go. Subconscious brain, which I talk about a lot, is ancient. It was formed at a time when the only safe place was a cave, and everything outside the cave was interested in lunch and looking at us. Therefore, every decision that subconscious brain makes is based on fear. Fear and loathing, not merely in Las Vegas, fear and fight and flight and freeze and hide and comply. Why? Because that's what keeps you alive. Interesting, right? So if that is going on in the back of the brain, and believe you me, it is, kids, it is. No matter how clever we think we are in the front, no matter how strategic we know we are in the cortex, in the frontal cortex, we're not in charge. That brain is. So when we leave the safety of our cave, which is probably the bed, when we get up, trip on a Lego, bump into the dog, trip over the cat and fall down the stairs, we have left the safety of the cave. And proof after proof after proof is that it's an ugly, dangerous world out there. Because, oh, look, everything appears to be pointed at us with sharp, scary, bumpy things. All right. Every time something bad happens, every time, seriously, we can do two things. We can begin before we get out of bed. We can start the momentum by saying, we got this. And think of yourself surrounded by an invisible tribe of protectors. We got this. Now, every next thing that happens that is a not so much, fine. We need to stop and say, ow, and whatever. But instead of yelling at it, because most of these things have no idea what we're saying or doing, all they know is that we're giving off really negative stuff, and they get all upset, is say, okay, I survived it. I survived it. We got this. Each one, each one, each one. I survived it. We got this. The rude customer, the rude clerk, the crazy driver. I survived it. We got this. Thank you. To whatever showed us, warned us, gave us the exit, that gave us the safe move. I survived this. I got it. Thank you. I survived this. I got this. Thank you. Every single time. Why? Because what I want us all to do, I want us to build this evolving tribe. Good morning, everyone. By the way, it's 10:01. I just saw the time. Thank you for joining me. It's the 1st of December. When I woke up this morning, it was snowing sideways. Hello, winter. How you doing? So what I'm talking about today is the reasons we behave badly. And the reason I'm talking about it is because I've been driving in downtown rush hour traffic in Montreal. Perfect storm, really. So here's my 3-step mantra. We begin by taking a deep breath, a good deep breath, in the morning, in the bed, before we join the fray. And we say, I got this. Get up. The next thing that isn't good, the next cat we step on, the next Lego we trip on, the next moment we realize we brushed our teeth with face cream, okay, my bad. I'm okay. I got this. Thank you. I got this. I'm okay. Thank you. Look at it. Am I still here? I got this. Thank you. I'm okay. Carry on. All the way through the day. Here's the thing I think is going to make a difference. Argument, foolish, frivolous, pointless, not really on topic with whomever in the house before you even enter the outside world. That's theirs to own. not ours. That's theirs. You love them? We love them? Absolutely. It doesn't mean we have to share that thing they own. What we can say is, you know what? We're okay. We got this. Thank you. I love you. And head out. Gotta go. No time for more of that. Pack it away. Write it in the later folder. Walk away. Right? This is what we have the ability to do, and it takes 30 seconds. And we all have 30 seconds, right? Of course we do. So now we're in the car, and the cars are going by, and the snow is coming down that way. Okay, put on the wipers, put on the sun glare glasses, put on whatever it is you need, and drive a little slower, and don't tailgate. And every time somebody spins out, and every time somebody cuts us off, and every time somebody doesn't signal, and every time we don't get hit, and we're still here. Every time we slid through that stop sign and someone honks, but they didn't hit us and we didn't hit them, I'm okay. I got this. Thank you. Sorry. Carry on. The interesting thing about the roads in Montreal is that they were not designed with the big picture in mind. They were designed, I only know this because I'm driving them. I don't know this for a fact, but the proof appears to be self-evident. What I know is this. There are on-ramps and off-ramps that make no sense and take you round and round and round until you want to throw up. Yeah. Somebody somewhere thought that was a good idea, and nobody decided to fix it. So when you're in a hurry, or when you're worried, or when it's really important, it's easy to get distracted. We all think we can multitask. You know what multitasking is? Doing many things badly. When it's important, when we're in a hurry, when it matters, when we're anxious, that is the time to take the time to get it right. The people who are behaving badly don't know this hack, don't know this secret, don't know that they need to say, okay, take a breath. We got this. Thank you. We're okay. They're driving in a mad swirl, and they're not paying attention. And because they've managed to get through each day doing it this way, it's become the way people like us do this. And it's really not very helpful. The interesting thing about the way the streets are lined out in Montreal is that there are lanes to park and there are lanes to drive. And nobody thought to put in a little lane in between for people who are parking or coming out of parking. So every so often, everyone experiences the utmost damn astonishment. And everyone's in a hurry. I'm not going to suggest that you stop. I'm not going to suggest that you let everyone in and out because you have to keep the momentum going. I am suggesting it's time to put down the coffee and the sandwich and the lipstick and the hairbrush and stop having the conversation and turn maybe the radio down a little. Because why? Because multitasking is the definition of doing many things badly. And what we don't want for us is to get hurt. And what we don't want for anyone else is to get hurt for a lot of reasons. And the first one is it takes up too much time. It hurts our feelings. It alters the course of our existence. It tinkers with our quality of life. And we don't want that. So the only thing we can do, my lovelies, is pay attention. The only thing we can do is remember why we're here, why we came. This is so important. It's the first day of December. We're coming into the holidays. We're coming into the iffy weather here where I am. And in many places, there's been iffy weather for quite a while. The only way we do this well is to remember two things. If we own the changes that change us, we thrive in the worlds that raise us. Now, here's what I want today from you. I have to scoot very soon. So this is again, and I apologize, a really short video. What I wanted to say, what I want you to know, is that I'm very serious about getting these conversations started. So what I would like from you at some point today is to write a comment here on YouTube, or here if you're watching me on Facebook. Send me a message, right? If we're on Facebook, you can send me a message. If you comment, I get the message in my email here from YouTube. Tell me one time you behaved badly and you knew it. You knew it while you were doing it, but you were in a momentum driven by something negative, fear, exhaustion, panic. And when you realized that you had behaved badly, you didn't do anything to stop it. I've been there. We've all been there. The reason I want you to tell me, you don't have to tell me the details. You don't have to say, I feel so bad because I did this to so-and-so. All I want you to say is, I don't know where this comes from. I did it again. I really want to know how to stop. Because it hurts everyone. When you cut somebody off in traffic, when you're rude, when you snap at someone, when you're sarcastic, when you know, you can tell, you can see that they're struggling. I'm going to tell you why we do that right now. We do that for the same reason we cut people off in traffic. We do it for the same reason that we yell at someone and walk away when we're trying to get on with our day. We're in a full-blown panic. We are afraid for our safety. We are dealing in the purely subconscious brain. We're not listening, and we're definitely not thinking clearly. We are afraid that something bad is happening right now to us, and we're afraid. And so we see anything near us, anything making a noise, anything making a movement as part of that bigger threat. It's very hard to get out of that space and into the loving part of our head. It's very difficult to do that if we don't know where the toolkit is and we haven't learned to practice the I'm okay, we got this mantra hack. When we can get ourselves out of the muscles clenched, feeling tight in the stomach and in the shoulders place, we can breathe and let that go. And we can say, I'm sorry, bad day, my bad. Everyone feels better for it. But we have to practice. We're not born knowing this. This has to be learned behavior. And I have the hack. I forget to use it for me all the time. And then I hear myself alone in the car having a conversation with whatever that was. And I say to myself, you realize, are you listening to you? What are you doing? And then I have to say, oh, my bad. I survived. I'm here. I'm okay. I got this. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me, because the person I want to be is happy. And I want to tell you, the most insidious thing we do that gets in our way happened to me yesterday. There was so much going on. I kept telling myself, I'll take that energy drink later. I'll eat that sandwich later. Do you know how long it would take for me to take a really quick shot of energy drink? Do you know how long it would take for me to maybe eat 2 or 3 bites of a sandwich? No time at all. Why didn't I do it? I was distracted, I was focused, and I was in a panic. And I paid for it all day. And while I was in that weakened state, in that vulnerable place, everyone else around me who was also in a panic reacted badly because of my energy and theirs. We, you and me, have the ability, the skills, and the power to stop it. And it's amazing when we do. It's amazing when we say, okay, I'm at a red light. Take the deep breath. I made it this far. I'm here. I'm okay. I got this. Thank you. And every next thing is amazing. I promise. Try and practice it. I'm okay. I made it. I got this. Thank you. Check it out. All right? And in the meantime, it appears to have stopped snowing, even though the wind is still blowing. So I'm going to leap madly into the air and rush off in all directions, remembering to breathe, remembering to have that energy drink before I go. Okay? And I want to, once again, before I sign off, tell you how exciting it is to have 172 subscribers. My goal is 175 for Christmas, and I've got 23 days to go. So please tell your friends. Tell them that I really want to reach this goal, or maybe even surpass it. Oh my goodness, what an incredible gift that'll be. And after that, I want to remind you to be good to you. You're awesome. You really are. And remember to hug your loved ones, because they are awesome too. Okay? And I may even see you before next week. So keep your eye open for little hints on Facebook. All right? And until next Tuesday, be safe. Be kind to you. Be kind to the others all around you. Have a great weekend. All right? Thanks for watching. You really make my day. Bye-bye for now.